Hey everyone, it's Robert Garcia, the mayor of Long Beach, and like all of you, I am a proud Democrat, and especially one here from LA County. Welcome to the 2020 Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt Awards, where we highlight the incredible work of Democrats from all across LA County who are organizing, who are volunteering, who are getting elected themselves, and who are helping us ensure that this country comes back to a place where we support everybody. First and foremost, a huge congratulations to all the winners tonight, everyone that's being honored, and thank you for your work to ensure that we had gains this last cycle. Now, we all know, of course, that we were able to increase some state Senate seats here in the legislature. We protected critical city council and legislative seats all across the state. We've also done a great job, of course, of building the bench for these cycles to come. And most importantly, we have ensured that we elected Joe Biden as president and our own state senator, Kamala Harris, as vice president. And make no mistake about it, the calls that came from California and LA County in particular into those swing states made a huge difference. To Mark Gonzalez and the entire team, thank you for your work in the state, but most importantly, thank you for your commitment to the values that mean so much to all of us here at home. Now that we have and won the White House, we've got so much great things to look forward to. We can ensure that Black Lives Matter. We're going to make sure that trans people and our brothers and sisters in our community have access to the same rights as anybody else. We're going to ensure that women have complete autonomy over their bodies. We're going to fight to ensure that climate change is central to every decision that we make within our community, protecting our brothers and sisters in our unions and expanding union rights across the country, and on other critical issues, on ensuring and expanding healthcare, on making sure that we're passing infrastructure for all communities. Those are issues that us as Democrats care about, and they're going to be central to this new administration. Now, none of this would have been possible without all the organizing that all the winners and volunteers that are being honored tonight made happen. And so, like all of you, I am proud to be a Democrat as part of this county. And like all of you, I'm excited to see and hear from all the awardees and so many great speakers here tonight. As we move forward, let's put all of our energy into getting Donald Trump out of the White House over the course of these next few weeks and supporting and doing everything that we can to support this new Congress and to support, of course, President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris. And with that, let's have a great evening. Even in this virtual format, we still have a COVID-19 crisis that we all got to stay responsible and safe for. And I want to ensure that we continue to do so throughout the weeks and months ahead. Now, Malcolm Ali has joined us to sing the national anthem, so let's welcome him. And thank you, Democrats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, that was incredible. There we go. Good evening, Democrats. I hope you all had an opportunity to mingle with fellow Democrats on this new platform, Remo, which we're all still getting used to as I was jumping around to different tables. Welcome to the LA County Democratic Party's 2020 Franklin Eleanor Roosevelt Awards, recognizing our incredible Democrats of the Year. These extraordinary Democrats, recognized by their colleagues from assembly districts all across our county, have been instrumental in organizing their communities, pushing the issues that matter to their neighbors, holding elected leaders accountable, volunteering their time, and so much more. I want to congratulate all of our Assembly District Democrats of the Year, and a special shout out to our 2020 Pat Eastman Award honorees, Henry Lowe and Jane Wishon, who we'll hear from later in this program, as well as so many other friends and leaders throughout the program. On the heels of one of the most important elections of our lifetime, it's refreshing to know that dignity, honor, and an actual vision for our future is headed back to the White House. In just under 70 days, or 66 to be exact, we are sending President-elect Joe Biden and our very own Vice President-elect Kamala Harris back to Washington to do the people's work. We also could not be more proud that Kamala Harris, first Black, first South Asian, first woman to be Vice President of the United States, is a member of our very own Los Angeles County Central Committee. Sorry, San Francisco. I also want to congratulate all of the Democrats who are victorious in their races all across our county, including our endorsed candidates, District Attorney-elect George Gascon, Councilmember-elect Mark Ridley Thomas, LAUSD Board Member-elect Scott Schmierelson, LACCD Board Members-elect Andra Hoffman, David Vela, Nichelle Henderson, and Mike Fong, and so many other strong progressive voices. As we look to the groundwork necessary to expand our Democratic majority here in Los Angeles and the 2022 midterm election, I look forward to working with each of you and all of our elected leaders in pushing for progress, pushing for the issues that matter, pushing for lives, and pushing for our county. You're lucky tonight, as I will be your MC for the evening. So grab a drink. Let's get started, Democrats. And with this fun, cool system, please be sure to chat with each other in the chat box during the program, or either at your table or throughout the whole event. Here to kick things off are some of our leaders from Assembly Districts 36, 38, 39, 41, 43, and 45.
Hello, I'm Diana Love, Region 9 Director for the California State Democratic Party, and I'm here to represent California's 36th Assembly District. I would like to congratulate each of this year's honorees, and in particular, the 2020 Democrats of the Year in Assembly District 36, Tiffany Countryman and Juan Blanco. Tiffany Countryman is a lifelong Democrat who has been a DNC delegate for Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and has been a part of the teams working to get Katie Hill, Kamala Harris, and Christy Smith elected. Tiffany has also worked in labor relations for 17 years and been active in the Democratic Party. And it is important to Tiffany because she believes in valuing Black women and their votes. Juan Blanco is an Army veteran and community activist who has been a key figure in transforming Palmdale since 2000. He has been president of NAACP Antelope Valley Branch, second and first VP for the Democratic Club of the High Desert, and president of Coffee for Vets Incorporated. Please join me in celebrating our Assembly District 36 Democrats of the Year, Tiffany Countryman and Juan Blanco. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Stacy Fortner from Assembly District 38. I would like to extend congratulations to this year's honorees and special congratulations to our 2020 Democrats of the Year from 8038, Shawnee Badger and David Barlavi. Shawnee Badger is a Democrat activist and advocate for human and animal rights and environmental justice. She has fundraised for down ballot candidates, helped serve as a DNC Bernie Sanders delegate, and passed the first resolution and state party platform amendment in the country acknowledging intersectionality of animal agriculture in our environment and promoting plant-based living. David Barlavi is a father of two, a trust, tax, and estate planning attorney, and has been a local sports coach since 2005. He has been volunteering with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program for the past 10 years. Please join me in celebrating our 8038 Democrats of the Year, Shawnee Badger and David Barlavi. Thank you so much. We're so proud of you. Have a great night, everyone.
Hi, I'm Assemblymember Luz Rivas. I represent Assembly District 39 in the East San Fernando Valley. I want to start off by congratulating all the awardees tonight, but especially the 2020 Democrats of the Year in 8039, Joanna Reyes and Gibson Nyambura. Joanna continues to serve the community that she grew up in. She works for LA City Council President Nuri Martinez as a legislative aide. Gibson is a project coordinator for the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment at the City of LA. He's an immigrant that became a citizen in 2014 and is a devout Democrat. Congratulations to both Joanna and Gibson. I'm very proud of them tonight. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Assemblymember Chris Holden. I represent the 41st Assembly District, and I want to just bring congratulations to all our 2020 honorees, but especially in the 41st Assembly District, my honorees, John Harabedian and Melissa Taylor. Their dedication to our party, their support and upholding our values as a Democratic Party are commendable. This is a well-deserved honor, and I know especially in this year where it's been challenging, but we'd say thank you to their perseverance and hard work, and congratulations again to all of our honorees and everyone who's responsible for putting on this event.
Hi, I'm Assemblymember Laura Friedman representing the 43rd District. I'd like to congratulate all the nominees and especially the Democrats of the Year for Assembly District 43, Paul Newman and Jenny Chang. Paul Newman's the current AB 43 chair and a lifelong activist. He's worked for 5 governmental offices, volunteers with numerous campaigns, and has co-authored party resolutions to address the Armenian genocide, the environment, and more. Jenny Chang's a community organizer who works to advance the message of healthcare justice. She served as the regional coordinator of Los Angeles for the Healthy California campaign and has collaborated closely with many progressive and grassroots organizations, such as the California Alliance for Retired Americans. Please join me in celebrating these outstanding Democrats from my district, Paul Newman and Jenny Chang.
Hi everybody, it's Assemblymember Jesse Gabriel representing the West San Fernando Valley, Assembly District 45. I want to offer congratulations to all of this year's honorees, but in particular the 2020 Democrats of the Year for Assembly District 45, Cindy Kalman and Lloyd Dent. Cindy has been involved with organizations including Valley Grassroots for Democracy, Swing Left, and Sea Change since 2016. She has continued her activism as the president and really just a wonderful president of Valley Grassroots for Democracy as an AD 45 representative to DIPSIV. Lloyd Dent is a father of 3. He is married to Doris, who is herself an incredible activist. He's an attorney and a dedicated volunteer and representative of DIPSIV. And he has served as a charter member, secretary and executive board member for Valley Grassroots for Democracy, and as a California Democratic Party delegate for AD 45 and AD 46. So please join me in congratulating 2 incredible activists, 2 incredible human beings, 2 people I am really proud to call friends, our 2020 Democrats of the Year for AD 45, Cindy Kalman and Lloyd Dent. Congrats, everybody.
Our movement has fought so that every person can live with dignity and respect. During this unprecedented year, the Los Angeles County Federation of Labor stepped up. We organized one of the most robust get out the vote operations, critical in our victories this election. We are united. We are union strong. We are LA Union.
Hi, I'm Dr. C. Freeman, past president of the Los Angeles County Medical Association. It's an honor to be here celebrating such an esteemed crowd, even if we cannot be together in person. I want to start by thanking the 46 Democrats of the Year, along with the Pat Eastman Volunteers of the Year, for their hard work and dedication during what has been an unprecedented time for our state as well as our country. As a physician, I want to say thank you to the Los Angeles County Democratic Party for all that you've done for physicians to help support us as well as all healthcare workers through this pandemic. Your continued work to protect Los Angeles County healthcare professionals is deeply appreciated, and we are grateful for your commitment. While 2020 has certainly had its challenges, this is an incredible time for Democrats. and I look forward to seeing what we can accomplish together in months and years to come. Congratulations to everyone for your incredible work.
Good evening, LA County Democrats. This is Rusty Hicks, Chair of the California Democratic Party, and I just want to begin by saying it is great to be with each and every one of you. Yes, I know we are separated, but in many ways we're together. We're together and unified in the work that we are all doing and the work that we all have done. I certainly want to just really congratulate our Democrats of the Year, Jane Wishon and Henry Lowe. Phenomenal work year after year after year as grassroots leaders and activists helping to move our party forward, both here in Los Angeles County and across the state. And I want to congratulate the 46 Democrats of the Year. Each and every one of you have done outstanding work to bring us to this important point in 2020. And thank you to all of you, those of you who have given your time, your talent, your treasure to this organization, to the LACDP, to build an even stronger, bigger party. 2020 has been a year of mixed blessings and no shortage of twists and turns, but I think we should all take a moment really to celebrate the fact that we have brought back decency and dignity to the White House with Joe Biden and our very own Kamala Harris, the first woman of color, the first Black woman, the first woman from an immigrant family in the White House. This is really the California dream on full display. But we know that Vice President elect Kamala Harris needs our support. President-elect Joe Biden needs our support. We need to win two more Senate seats in Georgia. And so we know the reality. We know that the work never ends, that the work continues. So all of you did phenomenal work in 2020, and it's only going to continue over the course of the next 2 months, ensuring that we win those seats, ensuring that we take back the Senate. We have kept the House, and obviously have won the White House and one here at the state and local levels. So more than anything, I want to thank you for your incredible work. I want to thank our chair, Mark Gonzalez, for his outstanding leadership, not only as the leader of the LA County Democratic Party, but as the state director for the Biden-Harris team. We got a lot of votes for Biden-Harris out of California, and so I want to thank Mark and his incredible work for making that happen. I also just want to leave on a note of thanking all of our incredible staff, Drexel and Liz, for their phenomenal work, and thank you to all of you. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello, Democrats. I'm Shannon Ross, LACDP Regional Vice Chair from Region 6. I want to welcome you to the 2020 Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt Awards. I also want to congratulate all of our honorees this year on their incredible accomplishments. I want to give special recognition to our Emerald VIP and Platinum sponsors. VIP room sponsor, Southwest Council of Carpenters. Emerald sponsors, Los Angeles County Federation of Labor. UNAC, the United Nurses Association of California. Platinum sponsors, California Dental Association and California Medical Association, General Motors, IBEW Local 11, SEIU Local 11, SEIU Local 121RN. Thank you for all of your generous thank you to all of our generous sponsors, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Shannon. Shannon was instrumental in helping Joe and Kamala by traveling all over our county. So thank you, Shannon, for your tireless service to our party. I also want to thank all of our generous LA Dem Unity Fund donors whose name you've been seeing scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Since we launched in February, we have had over 115 donors, 40 of them being recurring donors. So thank you so much for your support tonight. We could not do that work without the contributions from so many. So please consider being a donor by going to www.lacdp.org/unity, UNITY. I also want to give a special shout out and recognize our LACDP officers, LACDP Vice Chairs Pat Sanders and Sergio Carrillo, our corresponding secretary Marcela Cortez, recording secretary Olivia Lee, controller Jacob Haig, our parliamentarian Gary Shea, our committee co-chairs, and our regional and assembly district leadership. I am so grateful to have this leadership team to help steer this ship as we navigate through how we work on behalf of our 3 million Democrats. Here to recognize our Democrats of the Year from Assembly Districts 46, 48, 49, 50, 51, and 52 are the incredible leaders from those districts.
Hi, I'm Assemblymember Adrien Nazarian, representing California's 46th Assembly District. Congratulations to all of this year's honorees, but a special congratulations to our 2020 Democrats of the Year from Assembly District 46, Mimi Kennedy and Caro Tarosian. Mimi Kennedy is an actress and activist who was founding advisory board chair of the Progressive Democrats of America when progressive delegates organized at the 2004 Democratic Convention to bring the peace and justice movement inside the Democratic Party. Her expertise on secure, transparent election conditions and wider enfranchisement is nationally renowned. I, for one, appreciate all her work and also the fact that I got to author AB 1154 with her support and help in 2017 to ensure the 1% manually tallied votes are counted. Thank you, Mimi, for everything you do. I know that I speak on behalf of all of our delegates and Democrats involved in the room tonight. Thank you for everything you've done and continue to do to strengthen our democracy. Congratulations. As for the Male Democrat of the Year, Caro Tarosian currently serves as Chief of Staff to Councilmember Paul Krikorian. He's a native Angelino and a longtime Valley Democratic activist, having been born and raised in Valley Glen. Caro's dedication to public service began as a teenager, volunteering on local campaigns to turn the San Fernando Valley blue and working to make Los Angeles a greener city as a Greenpeace volunteer. Now, I remember that day vividly because back in 2000, I helped recruit him when he was a young 16-year-old going to high school. So, Caro, it gives me a great honor to recognize you and to recognize all the wonderful work you've done the last 20 years on behalf of Democrats and on behalf of making Los Angeles and California a better place to live. Thank you for everything that you've done.
Hello everyone, my name is Danae Amaya and I am chair of AD 48. I want to give a huge congratulations to our honorees this year and a special congratulations to our 2020 Democrats of the Year for AD 48, which is Dennis Resendez and Janet Hurtado. It has been an incredible honor to know these two leaders and to be able to work side by side with them. Janet Hurtado has learned that it is never too late to go for it, and being honest and true to your beliefs will never fail you. That it is important to be a part of conversations and let your voice be heard. Dennis Resendez fights for ideas that allow everyone to be happy, healthy, and productive members of our community and economy. He believes in advocating for guaranteed housing, Medicare for all, anti-racism, and fighting the climate crisis and more. He's currently the controller for Democrats of Pasadena Foothills and a member of Feel the Burn Democratic Club. Join me in congratulating the AD 48's Democrats of the Year, Dennis Resendez and Janet Hurtado.
Hi everyone, I'm Alton Wang, the Vice Chair of the 49th Assembly District. I want to congratulate all of this year's honorees and give a special shout out to the 2020 Democrats of the Year from the 49th, Melissa Michelson and Kenneth Tang. Melissa Michelson is a Los Angeles native and has lived and worked in our assembly district for over a decade. She teaches English as a second language and was a field organizer for the Bernie Sanders campaign this year after being a national delegate for Bernie in 2016. In 2017, she also founded the Feel the Burn Democratic Club right here in LA County. Kenneth Tang's entire life has been dedicated to service above self, as evidenced as his career as a public school teacher and as an activist in the labor movement. He is committed to his local community, and as a teacher, Kenneth encourages his students to view the world through a racial equity lens and to fight for social justice, both inside and outside of the school. Please join me in congratulating our 8049 Democrats of the Year, Melissa Michelson and Kenneth Tang.
Good evening. Assemblymember Richard Bloom here, representing California's great 50th Assembly District, and I want to start off by offering congratulations to all of this year's honorees, but really everybody who is with us tonight, and even those who aren't, who worked on the November election and helped us achieve such outstanding results. Thank you to each and every one of you. And of course, special congratulations to our 2020 Democrats of the Year from Assembly District 50, Sue Himmelrich and Jeff Ebenstein. Sue volunteered on her first Democratic campaign way back in 1970, and she hasn't stopped since. She represents AD 50 on the CADEM Executive Board and is Executive Director of the Westside Democratic Headquarters while on leave from her job as Special Counsel at the Western Center on Law and Poverty. And of course, she represents me as council member in the city of Santa Monica. Jeff Ebenstein has worked for the 5th District for 11 years and currently serves as Director of Policy and Legislation for LA City Council member Paul Koretz. He is passionate about providing excellent constituent services, and I ask that you please join me in congratulating our AD 50 Democrats of the Year, Sue Himmelrich and Jeff Ebenstein.
Hello, I'm Assemblywoman Wendy Carrillo, proudly representing California's 51st Assembly District, which includes the communities of Northeast LA and East Los Angeles. I'm recording this video from my small little hotel room in Bakersfield as we are currently doing a tour of the current status of the high-speed rail. Congratulations to all of this year's honorees, and a special congratulations to our 2020 Democrats of the Year for Assembly District 51, Ms. Rocio Rivas and Mr. Jason Berlin. Rocio has been a fierce, passionate grassroots Democrat who has served our community as a public school advocate, elevating the voices and needs of low-income and vulnerable Angelino families. Jason Berlin is a former regional organizer with the California Democratic Party who quit his 18-year career as a TV writer to join the Blue Wave Resistance. Jason founded Field Team 6, bringing an incredible voter registration apparatus to 12 swing states across the country. One thing I recently learned about Jason is that he loves coffee just as much as I do, especially the Latino-owned coffee shop Tierra Mia in Highland Park. And he and I, like many of you, are doing everything we can to possibly support our small businesses amid COVID. So thank you for all that you're doing. Please join me in congratulating our 8051 Democrats of the Year. Today, like every day, is a good day to be a Democrat. But before I leave you, had to.
Hello, I'm Assemblymember Freddie Rodriguez, representing California's 52nd Assembly District. Congratulations to all of this year's honorees, but a special congratulations to our 2020 Democrats of the Year from the 52nd Assembly District, Pomona's Jennifer Williams and Ian Pushilla. Jennifer has been an active member of the Pomona Valley Democratic Club, a historic preservation commissioner, and is currently the vice president of the Historical Society of Pomona Valley. Ian has lived in Pomona for over 30 years and has been an active Democrat who has been heavily involved in local efforts. Please join me in congratulating our 8052 Democrats of the Year, Jennifer Williams and Ian Pushilla.
Good evening, Democrats. Thank you to the Los Angeles County Democratic Party, Chair Mark Gonzalez, Drexel Hurd, and all of the hardworking county committee members for bringing us all together to celebrate an historic and hard-fought election cycle and to honor all of you. This has been a long 4 years, and I cannot thank you enough for the dedication and commitment that you all have shown. I know you share the joy and, frankly, the relief to have Joe Biden and Kamala Harris elected as our president and vice president. You and the volunteers, activists, and organizers from across the country made this possible. There are still votes to be counted in some of our closest House races, just underscoring what we know and have always known, that every vote matters. Go Christy Smith, go Gil, go TJ, go all of our great House candidates and incumbents on to victory. Congratulations to our superb honorees today, to my good friends Henry Lowe and Jane Wishon as 2020 Pat Eastman honorees, and a particular shout out to all the Democrats of the Year from my very own 28th Congressional District, to Melissa Taylor and John Herabedian, to Jenny Chang and Paul Newman, to Sue Himmerich and Jeff Ebenstein, to Rocio Rivas and Jason Berlin, to Graciela Ortiz and Steve Kang. And while we celebrate this historic election, we have more hard work to do. Winning the Senate elections in Georgia, helping President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, Speaker Pelosi and Leader Schumer, and continuing the fight for much-needed relief for so many struggling Americans and repairing our democracy. But tonight we cheer. Your stand for democracy made it possible to remove the worst president in history. Your creativity and tireless work in this election in the midst of a pandemic was inspiring. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in person, I hope, very soon. Thank you.
Hello, fellow Democrats. I'm Sasha Renee Perez, a member of our Central Committee from Assembly District 49 and council member-elect from the city of Alhambra. I want to congratulate all of our honorees this year, especially our honorees from 8049, Melissa Michelson and Kenneth Tang. I want to give a special recognition to our gold sponsors: ATU, Amalgamated Transit Union, the AFT, the American Federation of Teachers Local 1521, Eli and Edi Broad, Firefly, Laborers Local 300, the National Union of Healthcare Workers, SEIU California, SEIU Local 721, SEIU United Healthcare Workers, and Supervisor Hilda Solis. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Councilmember-elect Perez, and congratulations on your incredible win. In addition to being elected, Sasha will also serve and take her oath as Alhambra's newest mayor in just a few weeks. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, give you all some time to stretch your legs and mingle a little more with each other. Feel free to switch floors or virtual tables, as you can see on your far left side. Grab a drink. You'll see a countdown clock on the top of your screen to my right that will let you know when we'll be back in the program. So see you in about 10 minutes, okay, folks? Thank you.
Hello, Democrats, and congratulations on a Biden victory during this election. Biden's still looking for volunteers that are going to help to kick Trump out, pack his clothes, and make sure he never comes back. So we're going to be calling on you one more time. And today we're honoring great Democrats in each of our districts at the Roosevelt Award. We're honoring Steve Kang, the honorary mayor of Koreatown, who works at KYCC and delivers the wraparound support services that our community desperately needs. And also the City of Huntington Park and its own very council member, Graciela Ortiz. So congratulate them both, who have done dynamic work for our district, and keep up the good work. We've dumped Trump, now let's get him out of the White House.
Hello, Democrats and fellow resistors, right? I'm Sydney Kamlager, Assemblywoman for the 54th Assembly District, and congratulations to all of us, right? But a special congratulations to this year's honorees, and a super duper congratulations to the 2020 Democrats of the Year from the 54th Assembly District. The amazing and comparable Shiro, Congresswoman Karen Bass, and Andrew Lackman. I'm so excited because I know them both. I'm friends with them both. Congresswoman Karen Bass has been a mentor of mine. She's so amazing. This is her 6th term in office representing the 37th Congressional District. She serves on the House Committee on Foreign Affairs, where she chairs the subcommittee on Africa, global health, and global human rights and international organizations. Andrew is like an uber Democrat. He's a California DNC member. He sits on the CDP Resolutions Committee. He chairs the Small Business Committee for the DNC, and he also serves on the Culver City Finance Advisory Committee. He's worked for Curran Price and Ted Lieu, and now he's head of legal at an amazing organization. So please join me in congratulating my most amazing 2020 Democrats of the Year.
Democrats, hello. I'm Primo Castro, Region 15 Director for the California Democratic Party. Congratulations to all of these honorees, but a special congratulations to our very own 2020 Democrats of the Year from Assembly District 55, Cindy Chen and Andrew Chow. Cindy Chen is the chair of AD 55 and secretary of Region 7 for the LACDP. She's the chief of staff to Supervisor Hilda Solis, someone who is reliable, meticulous, progressive, and a committed public servant. Cindy has worked in the OC Public Defender's Office, has represented Asian Pacific Islanders in the San Gabriel Valley, and worked for the U.S. Department of Labor under the Obama administration. Andrew Chow was elected to the Diamond Bar City Council in November 2018. Currently, Andrew also serves on the executive board of the League of California Cities, Los Angeles Division. He's also an active member of the California Contract Cities. A strong advocate for local youth and education, he's volunteered his time and effort with the local Kiwanis Club and Key Club for several years. Please join me in congratulating our very own AD 55 Democrats of the Year, Cindy Chen and Andrew Chow. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lisa Calderon, and I'm here tonight to congratulate all of this year's honorees and give a special congratulations to our 2020 Democrats of the Year from Assembly District 57, Elena Lopez Boca and Ian Calderon. Elena Lopez Boca immigrated from Ecuador to the U.S. in 2000. She served Santa Fe Springs as a volunteer for the Santa Fe Springs Senior Center, Senior Advisory Committee, and Human Services Advisory Committee. She has also served her community as a member of the 57th Assembly District Delegation. Elena's greatest joy in life is her 2-year-old grandson, Theodore. Majority Leader Ian Calderon was elected in November 2012 to represent California's 57th Assembly District, becoming the first millennial elected to the state legislature. Ian led the Assembly to pass landmark legislation including raising the minimum wage to $15 per hour by 2022, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and initiating the famous straw law. He's particularly proud of his work on policy impacting the entertainment industry, including driving the decisions governing the California Film Tax Credit Program. Please join me in celebrating our AD 57 Democrats of the Year, Elena Lopez Boca and Ian Calderon.
Hi, I'm Assemblywoman Cristina Garcia, representing the 58th District in Southeast LA County. Congratulations to all of our honorees this year, but a special shout out to our honorees for the 58th District, Mark Polito and Marianne Tipton. Marianne has been a teacher most of her adult life. She has been recognized at both the state and local level as a Teacher of the Year. She's also a past president for the Hubert H. Humphrey Democratic Club and now serves as its program chair. Mark Polito has been the national co-chair of Filipino Americans for Biden-Harris and has served this community for over 2 decades, most recently as a council member in the city of Cerritos, serving twice as its mayor. Please join me in congratulating the AD 58 Democrats of the Year, Marianne Tipton and Mark Polito.
Hi, this is Assemblymember Reggie Jones Sawyer, and I'm here to congratulate all of the Democrats of the Year for their outstanding work for a very successful year that we had, especially electing Democrats, true Democrats, to be able to fight against the Republicans in the coming year, and most important, that we got a certain person out of the White House.
We're all connected.
Your well-being, my well-being. We can come together to build a new healthcare system, one that says that healthcare is your right, not because of who you are, where you work, or what papers you have, but because you're a human being. California has never been afraid of change. We can do more as one payer, so the healthiest people in America are free to be their happiest.
Good evening, LA Democrats. I'm so pleased to be here with all of you to honor our hardworking, dedicated volunteers who give of their time and energy to support our Democrats. In addition to the work of our volunteers supporting our local Democrats, our state Democratic legislators, our statewide Democratic office holders, our volunteers also support our national Democratic office holders. The Los Angeles County Democratic Party is so proud of our volunteers and the work that they do even beyond the assembly offices that they support. We also owe a great deal of gratitude to our leader, Mark Gonzalez, the chair of the Los Angeles County Democratic Party, for his hard work and dedicated leadership. So tonight, at this year's Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt Awards, we all take great pride in honoring the 46 Democrats of the year, including those in my 43rd Congressional District and the 2020 Pat Eastman Volunteers of the Year, Henry Lowe and Jane Wishon. The Pat Eastman Award is a very special award named for a woman who registered the volunteers in the South Los Angeles area. She sat on the corners of South Los Angeles and registered voters for over 30 years. For you, the honorees of this award, receiving this award demonstrates our appreciation for your unselfish contributions in support of our Democratic Party. Thank you so very much.
Good evening, Democrats. I'm Olivia Lee, your recording secretary for LACDP. It is my great honor to present our first Pat Eastman Volunteer of the Year Award tonight to the Honorable Henry Lowe. Henry is the son of working class immigrants, grew up in East LA, and the first in his family to attend college. His Democratic Party activism extends over 20 years, starting as an organizer to being instrumental in several state assembly victories. Henry is a trailblazer for the LGBTQ community and a fabulous public servant. As a longtime Garvey School Board member, he is the first openly gay Chinese American elected official in Southern California and is now the first openly gay Monterey Park City Council member. He led his experience as a regional advisory committee member for President Obama's Education Department. Now, what makes Henry so special is his selflessness, his willingness to help others, stand up for what is right, and always steps up to get things done, not for recognition, but because it is necessary. His ongoing commitment to our communities, recruiting, mentoring an entire generation of activists, some of whom are now elected or appointed officials. So many of us credit Henry to be our mentor, our guide in our careers in activism. He's the first person many of us reach out to when we need help, and he's always there. He's dependable, he's experienced and intelligent, and a wonderful friend to me and to so many of us here tonight. Henry is in a league of his own with his signature laugh that makes everyone else smile. Despite all that he's done, Henry is rarely in the spotlight or takes credit for his many accomplishments. So I'm excited to join Democrats all across LA County tonight to celebrate him. Henry, your hard work is so greatly appreciated. You make the world so much brighter. Please join me in congratulating the one, the only, Honorable Henry Lowe.
Thank you so much, Olivia. Incredible introduction. I'm so humbled. And good evening, fellow Democrats of the Los Angeles County Democratic Party. I am so humbled by this recognition of the 2020 Pat Eastman Award and honored to be included among the outstanding activists and volunteers that we are celebrating tonight, including my fellow honoree, Jane Wishon, and from my own AD, the 49th, Ken Tang and Melissa Michelson. Like all of you, it was a collective effort, and I am just so proud to have been able to make phone calls, send postcards, and in some cases, canvass in battleground states, as well as in local races. LA County Democrats, we were the blue cavalry during this election. We made a difference, and we will continue to make a difference. But for me personally, I accept this honor tonight on behalf of my parents, my mom and dad, who are working class immigrants, who worked 7 days a week, but because of programs like adult education, which helped my dad to become a machinist, the WIC program that aided my mother after I was born, Head Start that gave me that vital beginning in education, public after-school programming, which gave me the tutoring assistance I needed, and a big shout out to all the public school teachers out there. It is because of these progressive programs that we were able to become part of the middle class. And it is in honor of my parents and all immigrant working class people out there that I am a Democrat, and why I advocate for the Democratic Party's platform, the people's platform. As Democrats, we are the party of inclusion, of tolerance and diversity. And yes, it is thanks to your support that you allowed me to become, in this past March, the first openly gay elected council member for the city of Monterey Park. And I am forever grateful for your support and effort in my endeavor this past spring. We still have much work to do. We need to keep pushing the people's agenda, and I look forward to walking that journey with all of you. Thank you, LACDP. Thank you, leadership. Thank you, staff. Thank you, my fellow party activists, for all that we do. Go Democrats. Congratulations to all of the honorees. Congratulations to our president-elect, Joe Biden, and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. And Georgia, LA County, we're coming for you. Thank you.
Good evening, Democrats. My name is Lester Aponte. I'm the president of the Stonewall Democratic Club, and I have the great honor of telling you about my friend, mi amiga del alma, Jane Wishon. Jane is an MBA, writer, professional volunteer, wife, mother, grandmother, and equality warrior. She grew up in a conservative household in Texas, came to California for college, has never looked back. For many years, she volunteered as a case manager at AIDS Project Los Angeles, where her empathy and natural warmth made it particularly suited to deal and help people in such difficult circumstances. Years later, Jane found out that marriage equality in California, which had just become a reality, was under threat, and she was outraged. She came to a meeting of Love, Honor, Cherish, where I first met her, and she became extremely involved in the marriage equality movement. She made a sign that she took to all of our protests and our celebrations that read, "Married 39 years, my traditional marriage is not damaged by marriage equality." She went on to hold positions in the board of Marriage Equality USA. She's a delegate to the California Democratic Party. She's an elected member of her neighborhood council, a member of the LACDP, co-founder of Heart of LA, and I'm very proud she's the political vice president for the Stonewall Democratic Club. And if that wasn't enough, she's also the chair of the West Side Democratic Headquarters, which was responsible for thousands upon thousands of calls and text messages to all the across California, but also to the swing states. I was with Jane back in November of 2016 in Las Vegas, where we tried to get the last few votes to the polls, and we won in Las Vegas, but of course you all remember, and we're still suffering PTSD from that day. She mourned like we all did, but then she rededicated herself to resisting the abuses of the Trump regime and restoring America's democracy. And now she's helped us win this election. I'm very proud to know Jane, and I hope that if you haven't met her, you meet her soon, because she's an extraordinary person. Thank you, Jane. It is great to offer you this honor.
Thank you, Lester. That was, brought tears to my eyes. First, I'd like to congratulate all the honorees, especially Council Member Henry Lowe, who is truly in a league of his own, and the AD 54 honorees, Andrew Lockman, who I'm an alternate for, and my Congresswoman Karen Bass. I didn't know Pat Eastman, but I've talked to some people who did know her. And I've heard about her boundless energy and determination to make things better. And I'm truly honored to receive an award named for her. When I got involved in the Democratic Party a few years ago, I imagined it was some great monolith, like a big political machine, unknowable and impenetrable. What could a PTA mom, an average person like me, bring to the Democratic Party? But I joined Stonewall Democratic Club because the friends I'd made in the marriage equality movement were there. And what I found was that there are many levels of the party and that all of them run on people power. Volunteers are the heart and the soul of the Democratic Party. And that's an amazing and wonderful thing. The gift of your time and your talent is a gift beyond worth. Yes, sometimes our voices are raised in harmony, while other times those voices are a bit argumentative or filled with the pain of injustice. And that's the time when those of us with privilege need to be especially careful to listen. The time for men to listen to women, for whites to listen to Black, brown, and indigenous people, for cisgender and het people to listen to LGBTQ plus people, and for non-disabled people to listen to disabled people. Listen and learn. That's the key, in my opinion, and then do the work to fix it. So thank you to all of my Democratic siblings in all the Democratic clubs, the West Side Democratic headquarters, and the county committee, with a special thank you to the cat herders like our chair, Mark Gonzalez, who works so diligently to keep us pulling together to make the world a better place. And an extra special thank you to Drexel and Elizabeth and the interns for putting up with all of us. Thank you, Democrats. Go blue. We can do this. We flipped the White House. Now we got to get Georgia. Thank you.
Hello, Democrats. I'm Assembly District Vice Chair from 8041. I want to congratulate all of this year's honorees, especially our honorees in 8041, Melissa Taylor and John Harabedian. I also wanted to give special recognition to our silver sponsors, ILWU Locals 63 and 94, International Union of Operators Local 12, Dr. Asif Mahmood, the McOsker Group, Council Member Mitchell Farrell, Speaker Emeritus John Perez, Luz Rivas for Assembly, Michael Soloff and Sue Himmelrich, Southern California Edison, and Teamsters Local 396. Thank you again to all of our sponsors.
Kenneth, I do love that shirt. That looks really, really cool. And thank you for all of your work that you do on behalf of the Democratic Party. Kenneth is one of our rising stars, and we're sincerely grateful for your leadership, my friend. I want to also recognize this year's bronze sponsors, Action Democrats of the San Fernando Valley, Jeff Ebenstein, Assemblymember Jesse Gabriel, Jimmy Gomez for Congress, Evan Lowe for California State Assembly, Prime Strategies, Miguel Santiago for Assembly, SCIU Committee of Interns and Residents, CIR, Smart Local 105, SoCal Gas, Mitchell M. Tsai, Attorney at Law, UFCW Local 1428, United Teachers Los Angeles, and When by Chaz Deeb. Thank you to all of this year's sponsors. Here are more of our leaders to congratulate our Democrats of the Year from 8062, 63, 64, 66, and 8070.
Hi, this is Assemblymember Autumn Burke representing California's 62nd Assembly District. I want to extend my congratulations to all of this year's honorees, but I am delighted to send my personal congratulations to our 2020 Democrats of the Year from Assembly District 62, Inglewood Councilmember Ralph Franklin and Kristen Magnuson. Kristen Magnuson is an elected delegate to the LACDP, currently serving as the Secretary for Region 5. She serves as co-treasurer on the board of the West Side ACLU and has lobbied to expand the voting franchise. Thanks, Kristen, for everything you have been doing. For the past 17 years, Councilman Franklin has been a strong voice for the people of Inglewood on the City Council. He served as chair on the Census 2010 Inglewood Complete Count Committee to make sure that Inglewoods received their fair share of federal dollars. His work will positively impact our community in the 62nd Assembly District for years to come. Please join me in congratulating our 8062 delegates of the year, and congratulations to all our award winners tonight. Stay safe, stay healthy, and congratulations.
Hi, I'm Assembly Speaker Anthony Rendon, representing California's 63rd Assembly District. Congratulations to all of this year's honorees, but a special congratulations to our 2020 Democrats of the Year from Assembly District 63, Briseida Gonzalez and Gary Hardy Jr. Briseida was elected to the Linwood School Board in November 2011 and re-elected in 2015. She is the daughter of Mexican immigrants and has lived in Linwood for 30 years. As a school board member, she is proud of advocating and developing strong integrated support services for Linwood students and their families, and strengthening preschool programs. Gary Hardy Jr. is a fierce fighter for equity, access, and justice. First elected at 26, Gary is currently serving as president of the Linwood Unified School District and Director of Policy and Advocacy for the Social Justice Learning Institute. Please join me in congratulating our 63 Democrats of the Year, Briseida Gonzalez and Gary Hardy Jr.
Hey family, this is Mike Gibson, your state assembly member representing the wonderful 64th State Assembly District. To all of our honorees, let me simply say congratulations on receiving such a prestigious award, being named Democrat of the Year. But especially, I want to recognize two very important people to me that represents in the 64th Assembly District, and that's Jackie Ventures. Jackie Ventures, she has stood up for foster youth for so many years, and also as a foster parent. Not only, she also received her degree from Compton Community College in child development. She also started a nonprofit organization over 20 years ago that's meeting needs of our young people in the city of Compton and surrounding communities. And I want to simply say, Jackie, job well done as being named Democrat of the Year. But it's not over. I also want to recognize Les Jones. Les Jones is absolutely incredible. He retired as an automotive service manager. He also did a number of work around youth as well. Been part of a great organization. A counselor for the Riverside County Teen Challenge that helped young people work through issues. Not only that, he supported my colleague and became campaign manager for Councilman Alito Santorina in the city of Carson. And also he stands as the delegate for Councilman Jawan Hilton. Both individuals are absolutely worthy of becoming Democrats for 2020, representing the 64th Assembly District. And I am so proud to partner with you, and I believe that the best is still yet to come for you all. Thank you all. God bless you. Take care.
Good evening, Democrats. I'm Assemblymember Al Murcici, proudly representing the South Bay. I want to congratulate our 66 AD Democrats of the Year, Stacy Golden and Andrew DeBlock. Stacy is Ms. Sunshine. She's always supporting Democratic causes, not only in the South Bay, but throughout LA County. With her big, beautiful smile, she is a proud teacher. She's always fighting for her kids, and she's also a proud union activist. She's always fighting for teachers and for public education. Andrew DeBlock is a rising star among South Bay Democrats. He started out as a field representative for Assemblywoman Betsy Butler, then became senior advisor to Speaker Emeritus John Perez, also serving as communications director for the California Women's Law Center before Andrew joined my team working as a senior field representative out of our Torrance district office. Andrew is also a Torrance City Commissioner. He's a rising star who's going places. Keep an eye out on Andrew. I want to congratulate and ask all of you to join me in congratulating our 66 AD Democrats of the Year, Stacy Golden and Andrew DeBlock.
Good evening, fellow Democrats. This is Assemblymember Patrick O'Donnell, of course representing the mighty 70th Assembly District. It's my duty, but more importantly my honor this evening, to introduce and recognize two fine Democrats from the 70th Assembly District. Jacob Hake and Abigail Mejia. Why don't we start with Jacob? I've known Jacob for a number of years, and I can tell you he's a solid individual and a solid Democrat, and it shows in everything he does. He's a very proud family member, works for Councilmember Joe Busciano, and represents and addresses the needs in his community with passion, care, and certainly accomplishment. Next, but not at all least, is Abigail Mejia. She is the former president of the Long Beach State Democratic Club. She has worked for Mayor Garcia and now serves as the district director for State Senator Lena Gonzalez, my partner up in Sacramento, because we overlap, our districts do. She's very accomplished in her own right. We're very proud of her, and I like the fact that she went to Long Beach State because I am an alum of there as well. So ladies and gentlemen, two fine Democrats from the 70th Assembly District we're celebrating tonight. I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of our accomplishments this November. So let's roll forward and make more change, positive change for our community, because that's what Democrats do.
Representing more than 17,000 resident physicians, interns, and fellows,
the Committee of Interns and Residents is a union local of the Service Employees International Union.
For the past 60 years, we've been fighting to improve medical training and patient care.
General Motors, we really expect we're going to see an all-EV future. Factory Zero represents our largest investment in any plant facility, and it's aimed at an all-electric future.
I'm excited because doing the electrics, this is where my future's at. It's going to help the environment, give GM, I think, a very strong future.
We're going to set a legacy for every other assembly plant. It's definitely something to look forward to.
This is just the beginning. We can do so much more, and we will.
My Democratic Party principles have always been foundational in my approach to public service in representing the 13th District on the Los Angeles City Council. I want to congratulate all of tonight's honorees, including Henry Lowe and Jane Wishon, Pat Eastman Volunteers of the Year, and also the honorees that represent the assembly districts that cover parts of the 13th District. And they include Jenny Chang and Paul Newman of AD 43, Sue Himmelrich and Jeff Ebenstein of AD 50, Rocio Rivas and Jason Berlin of AD 51, and Gabriela Ortiz and Steve King of AD 53. Together, we continue the fight for permanent solutions to address homelessness, produce enough affordable housing for everyone who needs it, implement a new model of public safety that takes into account structural inequalities related to race, health, and education, and helping all communities through COVID-19. Again, congratulations.
Oh, there we go. Thank you so much, Councilmember O'Farrell. We look forward to continuing our partnership with you for many years to come. Well, family, we're nearing the end of tonight's program. Luckily, we're not stuck at the valet. Although I wish we were all together, I want to again congratulate all of this year's Democrat of the Year honorees, including this year's Pat Eastman Award honorees, Jane Wishon and Henry Lowe. I also want to thank our staff, Special Projects Coordinator Elizabeth Hennis, for all of your tremendous time and support to make this event happen. And of course, the fabulous Executive Director, Drexel Hurd, for breathing life into our virtual fundraising events. He wrote that, but I just want to say he's very amazing, and I appreciate the staff for all of the work that they did tonight to make it happen. Jonathan Moulton, our video guru, and the entire Lunch Pool team for making all of this happen tonight. Our sponsors, and those of you who purchased tickets, even during this difficult time. Sincerely, everybody, thank you so much for supporting the LA County Democratic Party. And of course, all of you, the hardworking Democrats who work hard each and every day on behalf of the people of our county. Your dedication, not only to our party, but to each other, is what is going to ensure that we continue to stay stronger together. Here to close us out one more time is recording artist Malcolm Ali. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Have a good night, and cheers to a blue new year. Thank you.
Legendary people, ordinary people, all just the same, you and I. Legendary people, all of my heroes, born then we live, then we die. Hey girl, don't you know it's your world? You can have the life of your dreams. All you gotta do is just believe. Hey bro, you can use your voice, make your presence known and you will see. Anything you speak you can achieve. Legendary people, ordinary people, all just the same, you and I. Yeah, legendary people, all of my heroes, born then we live, then we die. Hey love, you're here for a reason. Don't let nobody say what you can't do. Just do whatever you put your mind to. Yo, you ain't gonna follow, nah. Somebody's gonna leave when not be you. You can be somebody's hero too. People, ordinary people, all just the same, you and I. Yeah, legendary people, all of my heroes, born then we live, then we die. Ba 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 do, ba 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 do, ba da 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 da, na 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 na, yeah. Ba 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 do, ba 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 do. Ah yeah. Wake up, everybody, no more sleep in bed. No more backwards thinking, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. And there's so much hatred, so much war and poverty. Wake up all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. Cause they're the ones who are coming up, and the world is in their hands. So when you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. Legendary people, ordinary people, all just the same, you and I. Legendary people, all of my heroes, born then we live, then we die.